Hey guys, back with another snazzy video. Today I'm going to be answering the question of, is trans normal? The answer is no. It's just no. So first off, let's figure out what normal actually is. In order for something or someone to be considered normal, they have to conform to a specific set standard that is expected of that thing or person. The concept of normality is essentially the baseline which we can work off of while observing something that is outside of said baseline. This is important and should not be considered inherently offensive as the LGBTQA plus 6 times 21 equal S group like to claim. Now, if we look at the individual level, more than likely we can find some aspects of ourselves that we would consider abnormal as well. This is due to the personal perception of what is normal given the current baseline that we have created for ourselves based on our surroundings. So you might ask, if normal is subjective, then why can't being trans be considered normal as well? And well, the true answer is yes and no. The reason why the answer is still no is even given the circumstance in which you are surrounded by trannies, God help you. While in that community, yes, the tranny is the norm, but as we look to the natural order overall, we can see that being trans is outside of that natural set baseline. That baseline being male, female, and for those two specifically to reproduce. Now this isn't the baseline only because it furthers our species, but also because it's a numbers game. What I mean by this is that if you look at the trans community size, which while there isn't a complete consensus as to the actual size, is generally considered drastically smaller than the general population for what should be obvious reasons. This means having gender dysphoria and identifying as trans and furthering the transition or to become a tranny means that you are in a small group of individuals outside the general baseline of our species. Now I'm sure some, if not all of what I just said, is considered wildly offensive, and this is due to the negative connotation that the word normal has to those outside of its definition. That being somehow that being considered abnormal is considered subhuman of sorts. I would argue that despite this weird and abnormal aspect of my life, that I am far from subhuman. As many of you know, I served in the military, and while I know some people would actually argue that military service is actually evil, I would say that you go fuck yourself and you actually haven't seen the face of evil. Also, as I mentioned in my previous video, I did try to assist in putting away a pedophile, someone I would argue is subhuman due to his willingness to act on and his lack of empathy for his disgusting perversions. And I do try to give back to the community whenever I can. I don't particularly like mentioning community service, but I am trying to make a case for my own humanity here, so not trying to toot my own horn, but every one of us has something that we or someone else would probably consider abnormal. So to say that being abnormal somehow makes a subclass of a person just is ridiculous. It is not to say that a trans person still can't live a normal life, it's just that a single aspect of their life is abnormal, and that's okay. And that was my quick little video on trans being abnormal. Do you agree? Do you disagree? You think I'm talking out my ass? Let me know down below. Also, I'm going to start trying to do a normal release schedule for you guys. Hopefully Fridays at 3, I will try my damnedest to keep the schedule for y'all. Also, hopefully expect a transition update later in this month, fingers crossed, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!